Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT time. PGT time. Tune in on PGT time. PGT time. Come join us on PGT time. PGT time. Join us on PGT time. PGT time. Yeah.
In order for y'all to do what God is calling y'all to do, to take y'all platform to where it's a plateau and it can go to levels that you never seen, they'll best believe it's gonna come with devils.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Me and Jason gonna clean it up. Hey y'all, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. It's been rough. It's been a rough day. When I tell y'all it's been a rough day, baby, it's been a rough day. I'm trying to still have good energy. I ain't even get a chance to talk to Jason before the show. I was like, Bully, go tell Jason, here I come. I literally had 10 minutes to put some makeup on. You see, I ain't got my lashes on. I ain't even had time to put my lashes on. You know what? Yeah, I gotta be transparent tonight. I have to. We don't have a lot of clips tonight because, again, it was a lot going on. So I'm still sharing just as well. Sharing the show. Y'all know I have to do that every show. Share, share, share. I want y'all to share too. And my spirit gonna change in the middle of the show. But I gotta get it off my chest. So I'm gonna bring Jason up before he say his little spiel about Roku TV and all that mess. Sorry. Good night, Kirsten. I love you. Good night. Okay, so let me tell y'all what happened. There go Jason.
Yo, they wanna know. Come on.
He tried to sabotage the show.
That was less than 15 seconds.
Oh my God. Let me tell y'all, Jason, let me tell you just as well. One thing I can't stand is a liar. I can't stand a liar. If you lie, you'll steal. That's what I was always told.
If you lie, you'll steal. That's wild.
Yeah. You were never told that?
Nope.
Never?
Nope. I told you get bumps on your tongue.
Yeah, that too. Lie bumps. That too. Mm-hmm.
Lie bumps, right? Facts.
Have y'all ever heard of the saying, if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll cheat.
Damn. It's a it's this express way of falling right there.
And I've been lied to today. Jason. And like I said, sometimes we gotta come on here. We gotta be transparent and let the people know, we go through the same things the other parents go through just as well. You know what I'm saying? We deal with things, we deal with issues. Okay. So just because y'all see us up here having a good time, and sometimes we ain't having a good time, but having a good time, we still go through things. My son lied to me today. Not only did he lie to me, he lied to the teacher.
Damn.
But the bad part about it is, Jason, me and the teacher got into it.
Oh,
I had the opportunity to talk to my son.
damn.
So now I got to figure out how I'm going to go up to this school tomorrow and have this conversation with this teacher and the principal, even though I will not apologize. That is
See,
crazy.
you gotta.
about
You,
this.
no,
I'm not apologizing.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, I'm not going to apologize. And the reason why I'm not apologizing, because this teacher called me when we came back from my cousin's funeral. She called me. I'm just looking to see who are coming in. Hey, y'all, I see y'all. I'm going to shout y'all out. Don't even worry about it. But I got to get this off my chest. She called me. It was like the third time she done called me, Jason. And everybody that's watching, my family, my friends, my family, y'all my folks, okay? And this is like the third time she done called me. Same teacher as far as how he got this cell phone back. Well, this cell phone, you know, all y'all out there, y'all congratulating him and stuff. I'm congratulating him. Only person that didn't congratulate him was Pooley, because he probably knew that this was going to happen again. So everybody to congratulate Trey. Okay? So the teacher, it's this thing called Infinite Campus. I don't know if y'all have it down there. But Infinite Campus, you can go on, look online, and you can see all your kids' grades.
Something like that. Right, we got something like that.
Okay. So I went on there and I saw that there was one grade that was not posted. Shout out to Chantel. She helps me out a lot when it comes to my kids' schooling, you know, because I'm doing so much with PGT time. Went on there, and when I tell y'all, it was one grade that was not there. And I said, okay, well, maybe she didn't post it yet. But I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to her anyways, because we down to the end here in the ATL. Okay, we got like 2 more weeks left for school, and this is the last week for the grades to go in. So I need to know what's going on. Jason, text the teacher. Told the teacher, look, this is what's going on. He ain't got no grade right here. What it is? I ain't say it like that, but you know I'm on that level right now because I'm with my folks now. What it is. She writes back, well, I asked him where the packet was at, and he told me he didn't know where it was at. Now, my thing is this. You just called me a couple weeks ago and told me he had a project due. Why you ain't tell me that this packet was missing? But instead, she says he had a month to do it. I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't tell me that he had a month to do it when I'm asking you what's going on. Okay? So, make a long story short, me and her got into it. I done emailed the principal talking about I need to have a conference ASAP. Trey come home. Trey, where's the packet at? I don't know. I have no idea where the packet is. I'm getting more and more and more and mad. I'm looking in the room. I didn't even look in the toy box, and there's a whole packet in the toy box that ain't even hardly done. I'm like, is this the packet? No. So you got another packet that ain't been done? What's going on? Well, maybe the packet is in the car. Go in the car and look for the packet then, Trey. He go out there, come back. Nope, packet in there. It's not in the car. Sat him down. Trey, don't play with me. I'm not going to keep asking you. You do not just not know where a whole packet is at. Did you throw the packet in the trash? No. Trey, this is my last time asking you. Now, in my mind, all I can hear is DJ Just Jay. Sorry, y'all. That's we going crazy. All I hear is DJ Just Jay in my head.
Don't beat the
Be strong.
kids. Right? Be
strong.
strong. Don't beat them.
Hands on the kids. I'm like, this is my last time. Where is the packet? The packet is in my locker. The packet is in your locker. I would have preferred y'all for him to tell me he threw the packet in the trash.
Dog ate it.
Than to tell me that the packet is in the locker. Your teacher has asked you where this packet was, and you lied to her and told her you didn't know where this packet was at. Then you done lied to me and told me you don't know where this packet is. You done took the time to go outside and look in the car, everything. We all
He had to
crazy.
stick to it. He had to stick to it.
9 years old. I don't remember lying to my mama until I became a teenager. I mean,
was
I'm sure I
inexpensive.
probably did it as a
You
little
did.
kid.
Everybody did. Everybody. They got to
I
push the
remember
boundaries.
until
You
I
got to push the
became a
boundaries.
So y'all, when I tell y'all I'm upset about it, I'm very upset. I'm not gonna say I'm upset, Jason. I'm disappointed.
Disappointed.
I'm
Let down,
disappointed
man.
and I'm hurt because I fought for Trey to get
Mhm.
this cell phone. And this is what you do to me with the same exact teacher. And I had already told him, don't let me have to talk to this teacher no more. I am not these teachers' friends, y'all. I had my time of being a friend with a in-home daycare provider when Trey was first born. I felt like if I befriended her, she's gonna be nicer to my child than the other kids.
I hear that.
I didn't give a damn about the other kids. This is my first child. So I need you to be nice to mine. I'm buying gifts, flowers, expensive
part.
gifts because I want you to be nice. Talking about, come on, let's go to concerts and stuff together. I'm doing all stupid, crazy shit. Explicit language, y'all. And also allegedly. But this ain't allegedly. And then things just didn't work out right. I can't make him be quiet right now, Jason. But things did not work out right with me and this lady. And I promised myself, Jason, that I would never, ever try my best to be friends with a teacher again. I am going to be professional and I'm going to be the mother, not the friend.
That part.
So I had to explain that to Trey today. I'm not your teacher's friend. And I'm not going to be your teacher's friend. But what you're going to do is respect the teacher. You're not going to lie to her. And you're not going to lie to anybody. I said, I don't care how bad it gets. I don't care how bad the situation is. I don't care if you know you're going to get in trouble. Always tell me the truth. Always tell your daddy the truth, no matter what. And I love you. I don't care what you do. I love you and going to continue to love you. No matter what you do wrong, I'm going to love you because you're mine and you came from out of me. So, what did I do? Looked over there at Kirsten. Kirsten, you lied a couple times too in the past. So, I'm going to need y'all to sit at this computer.
They all getting it. Y'all in trouble.
They both getting it. Sit at this computer. And Jason, can you guess what I pulled up on the computer for them to watch?
Scared Straight.
No.
Oh,
I didn't think they was quite ready for that. Can anybody out there in the chat, can y'all tell me what y'all think I played on the computer for my kids to watch? 9 and 6 years old. Jason, you still have no idea.
No clue.
I played. You about to say?
I was gonna say I left that Scared Straight. That's all I would have played.
I played The Boy That Cried Wolf.
Ah, good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
I was quick, fast on my feet. Quick, fast on my feet.
That was
as
a good
parent.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. I played it twice. 2 different versions.
I feel it. 2 different versions.
Yeah, 2 different versions. You know. And then when that got done, I said, don't say nothing to me. We don't even got to talk about it because I know y'all smart. So you know what this means. Just once you're done, get back to this homework. So I told Trey he will not be going out to Gigi's house this weekend. He will be staying home with me. And even that assignment that I found in a doggone toy box, everything, it has to be done by Sunday. It got to be done by Sunday.
It has to.
I said, even if you don't get credit for it,
right?
I don't care. You're going to do it because they gave it to you to do. And you're going to do it. And my son is extremely smart. Very smart. But you ain't going to play with me. That's what you ain't going to do. All right. Now we got that out the way.
Sheesh.
I feel better already.
Right?
I feel better already.
Said you would. You said you would.
Hey, what's up, Mrs. Spellman? That's Shalana. I'm just saying what's on there. She said, I made my kids watch Lovely Bones, trying to teach them not to talk to strangers and traumatize myself.
Not you getting weirded out. She said, I ain't talking to no more people that I don't know.
Right. But I tell y'all, I was on 10. I was so mad. My friends was calling me, Tennille, I was calling to check on the Davis family. Trey is fine. You don't have to call and say you talk about the Davis family.
I'm part of
Check
yeah, but no, you got to.
you checking on Trey.
You got to check on them nowadays. They may need to call them people. You know what I'm saying? Them alphabet people. Just cause. You know.
It was on it.
But
It was on
nonetheless, man, if you guys want to catch more stuff like this and also amazing stories, well, not amazing, but heart wrenching stories about families that have go through crisis and go through tons of different things or lost some loved ones. Make sure that you tap in with us. Follow us on all platforms. Follow us over on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on here, Facebook, and also over on Twitch. But more importantly, man, go ahead and get that app. What app am I talking about? I'm talking about the PGT Time app over on a Roku TV. So if you have a Roku TV and or device, you can download PGT Time, and that's time spelled with the Y, TYME. And then, it's the same place that you get Hulu, Netflix, Stars, any of those apps. You can go ahead and get PGT Time on your Roku enabled device and or TV. Now, lastly, you need to follow us. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Get them numbers up. Make sure you guys hit them like buttons. Make sure you hit the heart buttons. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get any more. Big shout out to my brother Jeff Johnson. He hit the heart for us over here. He also laughed at a comment as well. So love you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. But to anybody else, please make sure that you guys tap that heart or the thumbs up for us here, so we know you in the building. Nope, you're on mute. You're on mute. Can't nobody hear you. Nope.
I said, Mama P said, I was wondering why he ain't answer that phone when I called him today.
They got snatched away already. I already got snatched.
Yeah, I already got snatched. And Jason, let me add this just as well. My mom and my dad plays a big influence on my life and also my kids' life. I tell my mom almost everything, especially when it comes to my kids. I tell her about everything. Jason, this was one thing that I just was like, I can't tell my mom this. I'm like, she gonna be just disappointed as me.
Oh no, man, you got.
My mama was rooting for him too.
That part,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's the mothering moment for yourself, right? I go through a lot of parenting moments myself, especially with with children telling lies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when they do it, they just do it out of extreme fear because they don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to get, punished, or the biggest one is letting you down, right? Being upset, right? Or being a disappointment, right? So what I've learned I've preached it, and I got to continue to preach it. Is like, yo, you got to tell the truth. At the end of the day, it'll help me like understand what scenarios are going on. If someone's hurt, I can fix it or try to fix it, right? If you don't tell me the truth, then we don't know what the issue is. My biggest thing is when you tell the truth, there's a good chance you might not get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there will be consequences. We all know what a consequence is, right? Like, just because I'm not mad at you don't mean that you don't receive a consequence for whatever you've done, even if you do tell the truth, right? But if you tell a lie, yeah, I'm upset. I'm mad. And I catch you in that lie. Oh yeah, you in trouble.
And you study lying.
Because why you do that?
Like Jason, I'm sitting on the bed next to him. I'm like, Trey, when you tell one lie, you're gonna tell another one and another one and another one and another one until the truth eventually comes out. And that's what happened. The truth eventually came out.
And now when I find out, I'm heated. Like, I'm heated.
I think I rolled my eyes about 15, 20 times.
You're like, but then again, like I said, the best thing I did or you could do is have that conversation of there's consequences for whether you tell the truth or you don't. And even if you do tell the truth, thank you. I appreciate that, but there still will be consequences to what you've done, right? So you might have your tablet taken away. You might have to go to your room for a while. You might not get this or that, right? But I do appreciate you telling that truth, but there is always consequences to it. So good job.
Exactly. And then Kirsten back there having fun. She ain't having homework today. So she back there having fun. So now that he done sit at the table for a while doing his homework, he says, Mom, can Kirsten come in here and help me with my word search.
No.
I said, if you don't get out of my face. Listen, in the first grade, you know how to do this doggone thing.
That part.
Well, yeah, I know how to do it, Mom. But it's an activity. I said, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
None.
Yeah, we got a fundraiser. We got a fundraiser. You all know that I am doing the Stop the Violence first annual Stop the Violence awareness campaign, where we'll be focusing on domestic violence and gun violence. I was blessed to be able to put this event together at the Stonecrest Mall. Shout out to us. And it will be going down Saturday, August 10th, 2024, time 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., baby, at the Stonecrest Mall, 2929 Turner Hill Road, Stonecrest, Georgia, 30038. And we will have performers, we will have panelists, we will have pastors, teachers, everybody, you, monologues, everybody. Jason, when I tell you I had somebody call me today, say, I got my monologue done. Already? Yes.
They're going to practice it and practice it and practice. Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that we be successful as Black people when we come out and do events like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100 because they didn't have to let me do it. You know what I'm saying? So now that they did let me do it, and I was talking amongst a white person, I'm be honest, talking amongst a white person, telling him what I do over here on Peach Tea Time. Me, Jason, and Pooley. He loved it. He agreed to it and said, come on. So I got to show up and show out. It's a must. So we are looking for donations because this is not going to be free. The event is free for people to come out, but we got to come out of our pockets just as well to make sure that this be a success. So we are looking for all donations. We have a popcorn fundraiser going on. If you scan that
QR code.
Yep, if you scan the QR code, it will go straight to Jason. Scan it right quick to make sure.
Yeah, I love me some popcorn. So you got me with some popcorn, my G. So
Thank you, Jason.
Definitely buying some popcorn.
We'll straight to it. It worked? Okay. Yeah. It got 7 different flavors. Those are probably not the flavors that will be it. That's what I just got to make the flyer. But they got several different flavors. I know you guys will like it. It's a gallon bag. But at the end of the day, it's all about support. Okay, it's all about support. If you guys can support and buy a bag of popcorn, please do so. If you can't buy a bag of popcorn, please at least give a donation if you can. All right, y'all. Now that we got all that shit out the way, let's go ahead and get this party started, baby. So when I tell y'all I got a show for y'all tonight, I have a show for y'all tonight. Jason, can you say hello
to
sorry.
Our chat,
to our people? No, what you were sorry for? You ain't did nothing.
I was about to buy some popcorn.
Make sure I.
What up, though, chat? We see y'all in the building with us, man. We have Miss Spellman in the building. Did you go to Spellman? Are you a part of Spellman? Spellman's
no, she's from Saginaw. She's from Michigan.
Right. We got
went to the high.
Mama Peach in the building. Carmen in the building. Carmen, what up, though? How you doing? She says in the chat, she said, I just lectured, punched, and beat the brakes off of my and made them make up any of the assignments. So there. She's standing 10.
She's standing
on the way she raised her children. Or raising her children. I feel you. I ain't even mad at you, Carmen. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You hear me?
Exactly. And there's so many of y'all out there tonight. Baby, we see y'all, okay? We see y'all, and we are about to go ahead and get started with this explosive show. We're going to start with the first clip. Y'all know I name my clips. If this is y'all first time here, I name my own clips. This one is called Sound Like a Little Racist to Me. Here we go.
Why my kids? It could have been me besides my kids. They children.
Kids arrested, and it was all, as you can see, caught on cell phone video. This is video of what one mom says are Senatobia police officers assaulting and arresting her 2 teenage girls yesterday. It happened just after the kids apparently got off the school bus on East Gilmore Street.
Tonight, Fox 13's Sierra Jordan speaks with that mother and shares the emotions running through that community.
This piece of paper in my hand is from the Senatobia Housing Authority. Anybody who is on this list are not allowed to be on the properties owned by them. Anybody standing on the properties across the street will be charged with trespassing. Now, I spoke to a mother and she told me her 2 teenage daughters got off the school bus and was walking on the other side of the road, but not on the properties. Yet police arrested and charged them with disorderly conduct and trespassing. Now that mother is calling for justice.
I really want my babies to come home so she can seek the right medical attention that she needs for her wrist.
It was a regular Tuesday afternoon for Shanicia Miller as she was waiting for her 2 teenage daughters, Alasia and Anaya, to get off the school bus. Miller says there was heavy police presence on East Gilmore Road for a shooting that happened in the area. But as her 13 and 14-year-old daughters were crossing the street, she says they were approached by 3 Senatobia police officers.
An officer came out and told her to get her black on the sidewalk. She proceeded to get there, but turning around to ask him, what were you gonna do? Lock me up too?
Miller says that's when police officers assaulted and arrested her 13 and 14-year-old daughters. You can see in the cell phone video several officers standing over them on the ground.
One was body slammed to the ground. One was choked. I ran across. I was detained for trespassing.
Miller says this list of people shows they are not allowed to be near the properties owned by the Senatobia Housing Authority. As for her daughters, they were not on the list, but still charged with disorderly conduct and trespassing.
Her wrist may be broke, and the only thing that can get my baby is a bag of ice.
Miller says her 2 daughters have a court hearing tomorrow morning. I did reach out to the Senatobia Police Department for comment, but I'm still waiting for a response. In Senatobia, Sierra Jordan, Fox 13 News.
Well, just into the newsroom. In fact, Senatobia police have released new information about what happened. The posted report is on its Facebook page. They say 1 juvenile was arrested for trespassing. 2 other juveniles were arrested for simple assault on a police officer, after they say the teen struck the police officer in the head multiple times.
All right, let's talk about it.
Hold on, before we do that, Carmen wanted to correct me. She said, I said punish. Okay, but you still said you beat the brakes off of them too. So I punish. I love you though. I love you.
Carmen. I ain't say it. That's what Jason was thinking.
We ain't sending no boy. We ain't sending no alphabet after you and you do it, girl. Because I got a mean thump. So you know what I'm saying.
Our kids is grown. They're grown. They are grown. They are very successful.
Successful.
Yes, very.
Now let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about this, right? I really want to know what came, the real truth of what came first, right? But you gotta remember, man, they in Mississippi, so the fact that these cops probably still do hold a lot of racism in their vernacular, that they are mishandling and mistreating the community that they're supposed to protect and serve, man. I don't know why someone would do that to people that you're supposed to protect, especially children.
I can't see the 13 and 14-year-old just hauling off, hitting them in the head first. I just can't see that. Now y'all had them on the ground, then yeah, they probably wasn't hitting you in the head then. But to just walk up to you and hit you in the head, no. I can't see that at all. I'm sorry. I think that once they got them down to the ground, they start fighting back because they don't understand what else to do.
Right.
They should not have had them down on the ground at all. Now, Jason, do you understand? Because I don't quite understand the whole housing authority rule. Why they couldn't walk on the other side of the street?
I don't. I can only guesstimate that, you know, like HOAs, like don't be on this part of the property. Like anybody that's not a part of this community can't come in on this property. And like, it's almost like if it was a gated community, but with no gates. You know what I'm saying? So they were thoroughly told via either letter or whatever that you're not, if you don't belong a part of this community, you can't be on this part of the community. It's trespassing. So my only guess was,
in the grass, because the mama was down the street waiting on them off the bus.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
apparently they stay in this neighborhood.
That part.
So across the street is you're not allowed to walk. It's confusing to me.
It is confusing, very confusing. But I'm sure it's something that they're aware of and that they know. This isn't something that's going to be like, oh, we didn't know that. Like it's something that's like
exactly. I agree.
Implemented, but then the children like you. It's almost to the point where you probably sitting there saying, "Dude, they're children. Like you're really gonna get mad at children getting off the bus to get out the street so other cars can go, and this is where they're at." Like the fact that you're monitoring it that much and being such a stickler is way more, right? You're enforcing a law that is very trivial for the most part.
Yes. Hey, Natasha. Natasha said the girls' names were not on the list. If I stand correct, that's what the mother said. Exactly. They had a list of people who cannot be on that side of the street, and their names was not on that side on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like some money coming through. It's like some money coming through. And I believe that they need to get paid. Why they detained the mom, I don't know. But they detained her just as well for coming down there, checking on her kids.
Right. I mean, her mama bear probably got in, so she probably didn't use vernacular and things of that stuff to appropriately address them and what they were doing. And so be it so. Like, that's right. Like, if you're mishandling children, my teenage children, for something that they aren't restricted for, then yeah, I'm turning up too. That part too. Natasha, yeah, that part too.
Sound like a little racist to me. But all right, y'all, let's get into this next one. Drizzy. Y'all know I love me some
BBL Drizzy.
Drizzy in the building. He ain't on PDT time, baby, but we finna talk about it. Now, for those that don't know, Kendrick Lamar and Drake has been feuding. I didn't bring it to PGT time because PGT time is about crime. So whenever these celebrities have any type of crime going on, I'm going to play it. But they have been feuding. They've been putting out diss records and everything. One of the diss records that Kendrick Lamar put out was talking about shooting, and even showed Drake's house. It's just as well. Well, it went down. Can we say Kendrick Lamar has something to do with this? No, we cannot say that right now. But if he did, please believe me, it will come out. Check this out, y'all.
The investigation after a security guard was shot outside rapper Drake's home. Our Victor Okendo has the story. And Victor, this happened in the middle of the Grammy winner's public feud with rapper Kendrick Lamar.
That's right. Good morning, Michael. This feud has gotten very personal. Kendrick Lamar even using an image of Drake's home where the shooting took place in a recent album cover. But at this point, police say it's unclear if the shooting had anything to do with their public beef. This morning, the investigation into the shooting at music superstar Drake's home that left a security guard wounded. Authorities saying the hip-hop artist is cooperating.
Bad things, it's a lot of bad things that they wishing.
Early Tuesday morning, Toronto police responding to what they say was a drive-by attack just outside the gates of the rapper's mansion.
Police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound.
That security guard now hospitalized with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The suspects are still at large. No word on whether Drake was present at the time. This comes on the heels of the Grammy winner's public feud with former collaborator turned foe, Kendrick Lamar.
Girl, I'm Kendrick Lamar, aka visits to me just a car.
The two dropping multiple diss tracks over the past 2 weeks, throwing jabs at one another about their families and lifestyles.
You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing thinking this is my expiration.
Kendrick's latest, Not Like Us.
Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't there something?
Accompanied by cover art of what appears to be Drake's mansion where the shooting took place. The sprawling 50,000 square foot property has been featured prominently by Drake on the May 2020 cover of Architectural Digest and in his music videos.
Go right foot up, left foot slide.
Authorities are aware of the Drake vs. Kendrick Lamar beef, but they say it's too soon to draw any conclusions.
I cannot speak to a motive at this time.
There are dozens of cameras in the area around Drake's home. Toronto police say that they have video of the incident and they're now reviewing it, trying to track down those responsible.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Very. Only thing I got to say on this is I hope Kendrick Lamar didn't send his people.
Hell, man.
I didn't see him doing anything like that.
No, but now there are super fans, right? There are super fans on each side. There's tons of people that don't have, you know what I'm saying, screws tied or tightened too tight. You know what I'm saying? So with that being the case, that could be any of that, any fashion of that. That will happen, you know. So I wouldn't dare ever say, and I could be wrong. I might be naive to think that, but I don't think that would be anything that will cause Kendrick, like nothing that was said in these tracks will cause Kendrick to take it off of wax and make it very public like that, and to, you know, try to do something as ridiculous. Right? I just really think this is a fan moment, and someone that is a fan of either artist, you know, doing way too much
and don't have anything to lose,
right? or that that security guard is having some dealings of his own. He got, you know what I'm saying? He has a whole completely different life that, you know, he might be a part of that we have no conjunction of or understanding of because he's not in the limelight. No one's paying attention to his life, you know? So we might want to look at what is actually going on, what's his going zones.
Exactly, because they sure got him. They sure got him.
Yeah, they got him. Not life threatening, but serious. So that's pretty bad.
Exactly. So I will be following this story. If we get any updates, I will be presenting them to Peach Tea Time. Anytime any celebrity has anything to do with crime, I'm going to show it, except for Young Thug.
Dang, why not the Young Thug?
I just don't want to. I don't want to.
That makes sense. I got
They're
you.
right around the corner. I ain't messing with him. I ain't messing with him. I'm happy that I said that though, Young Thug. You guys, Zion Foster from Detroit. Remember that, Jason?
I do remember that name.
The young lady who her cousin put her body inside of the dumpster.
Yep.
Exactly. He had got charged for lying and did 90 days with the boot camp, I think it was, and ended up getting out. They decided to cover the landfill because that's where the dumpster supposedly had been dumped at. They never found poor little Zion's body. Excuse me. But they rethought some things and they said, you know what, cuzzo? Come on back. They told him to come back. He's now locked up and the trial has started. For those that have been rocking with me, y'all know I have been covering this story since day one. Literally, since day one. This is the only story that I can completely.
Oh, she said she can completely hold 10 down. Well, she'll come back to be able to discuss more of what that. There we go.
But the trial has started. I was gonna present some of the stuff to you guys tonight, but I was like, nah, I want to go ahead and listen to the trial. And I'm going to listen to it all, y'all, before I bring it to you guys. It is long. It is very long. It just started once again, and I'm definitely going to follow it. And we will do a complete full show just on Zion Foster and the trial. I'm not going to bring nothing else on those days. It's just strictly going to be about the case. So, and the trial rather. All right, let's get into this next clip. This one is called Not even your kids. Here we go.
Right now, a really gruesome discovery at a Gwinnett County park overnight. 4 people, 3 of them children, were found dead.
Atlanta News First Don Shipman is with the First Alert Breaking News Tracker inside Lucky Shoals Park. That's in Tucker. So, Don, what have you learned?
Well, I've learned that the children range in age from elementary school to middle school. 2 girls, 1 boy, and then that an adult man. And police are investigating this as a possible murder-suicide. Within the last 15 minutes, the medical examiner showed up to the scene, and they're centering a lot of their attention on that area right there. There's a trail down that area. Gwinnett police are telling us that this was an officer that found those individuals. That officer was doing a routine check of this park during the overnight hours. That discovery happening right around 1 o'clock in the morning. They were found inside a vehicle down that trail. Officials say, again, 1 adult, a man, and 3 young children. This is Lucky Shoals Park. We're just off of Britt Road here in Tucker. This park sits right up against the DeKalb County line. We're told that the car was parked in a walking trail inside the park here. Detectives from homicide, also the crime scene unit, are here on the scene. And like I just mentioned, the medical examiner just showed up. Now, at this point, authorities are saying this is an isolated incident, no threat to the general public. This is being investigated as a possible murder-suicide. We're live here in Tucker. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.
You out to that breaking news.
Breaking news now out of Gwinnett County. Police say 3 children and a man are dead in an apparent murder-suicide, and the suspected shooter is their mother's ex. Officers found them early this morning at Lucky Shoals Park. Fox 5's Brittany Edney joins us from the park live. And Brittany, you've just learned about new details about the victim. What'd you find out?
Yeah, Christine, we just found out more about them. First of all of them were siblings and from Atlanta. Investigators do identify them as 13-year-old Ariani Rodriguez, 9-year-old Carlos Rodriguez, and 11-year-old Shadal Rodriguez. Just to be clear, though, that man is not their father, but does share a separate child who was not there with the kid's mother. A quiet trail in Lucky Shoals Park was the scene of an unfathomable crime at around 1 a.m. Wednesday. Investigators say a police officer was doing a routine patrol of the park when he spotted a car parked there. He called out to those inside but didn't hear back.
And that's when he found 4 deceased individuals inside. At this time, the 4 deceased individuals appear to be 1 adult and 3 children.
Police say the man was sitting in the driver's seat and all 4 had been shot. The kids, 2 girls and a boy, were also in the car.
I don't know exactly their age ranges. I just know that they range in ages from elementary school age to middle school age. And until we are able to positively identify, I don't know exactly what schools they attend or what their exact ages are.
3 young lives gone in a violent crime. One in which investigators are working to figure out why.
And though it is tragic, our officers are going to step aside and, do the job to the fullest.
Investigators tell us that the victim's mother was at the hospital with the child who she shares with the suspected shooter for an unrelated injury. She says that while she was staying with that child at the hospital, the man was out and supposed to be taking the other 3 children that she has for food. And that was the last that she heard. Reporting live in Gwinnett County.
I need y'all to watch and be careful who y'all have around y'all kids.
For real, for real.
He was just supposed to take them to get them something to eat, from what the mom said.
Well, that's hard, right? In this, I stand on 10. I stand on business on what you're saying, right? Yes. Really pick out who you want around your family and try your best to vet them and make sure that they are good individuals. But she obviously felt or thought that he was because she had a child with him.
Exactly.
And it seemed as if he took care of them, period. Right? If them children were comfortable to go with them to go get something to eat. So there was a high level of comfortability when it comes to the children being with that man.
Exactly.
Now we just got to know what happened, what caused it, what was the mental breakdown, what was the dissociation of wanting to be here and taking these 3 beautiful kids with you. You know what I mean? Like
And
very
leaving yours.
selfishly.
And leaving yours alive
That
with the
part.
mama. You know what I'm saying? With the mama. We gotta make sure we add that too. He didn't take the mama out, and he didn't take his own child out. He took out her kids and himself. So will we ever know what happened?
No.
Probably
Never.
not. Unless the mom knows something.
Right.
Unless you know something. A dispute happened, before she allowed him to take the kids to get something to eat. I'm not sure. I want to know what time these kids went to go get something to eat. It's school the next day. They found them at 1 p.m. They said, no, 1 a.m. in the morning.
All I'm saying is this, man. Gwinnett got me in terror.
And they should.
I'm staying in Fulton. Meet
You
me
can't-
downtown.
Well,
Meet me
you need to be
downtown.
scared of them too. You need to be scared of Fulton too. They having people down in their jails left and right.
Yeah,
That
dang.
ain't
That-
a good community either.
Every
you
time
know.
we do something about Georgia, it's always Gwinnett. From the
So-
suburbs to the cities. Gwinnett is on point.
And the reason why Gwinnett police officers don't play. Let's make that clear. They are in tune with their communities. You have some communities where you can't even get a police officer to come in time.
Right.
You call 911, and I'm a witness. I can pick up the phone right now and call 911, and it's gonna tell me to hold and hold and hold and hold and hold and hold. And sometimes no one ever picks up. That's the scary part. When no one picks up. I called 911. I can't remember what I called for, but I called 911 and they left me on hold. Oh, I know what I called for. Pootie thought I was crazy, but I called 911 because I locked myself out the house.
Oh, well, that's. Yeah, do what you gotta
I'm
do.
not the only
Yeah.
person that has done this before. They had to get back in. You know
That
what I'm
part.
saying? Poolie was on his way to pick up his mama from the airport. So this recently happened when the awards weekend. And I was just doing so much, and my washer and dryer is in my garage. So I went out the garage door to start a load, and for some apparent reason, I locked the door from the inside when I walked through, and I couldn't get back in. And I needed to get back in because I needed to get my keys to go pick up my kids from school. And there was no way Poolie can make it back in time. And I was on duty of picking up somebody else's child too, my goddaughter.
That part.
So I'm like,
You can't open up the garage?
I opened up the garage when I started panicking to get out of the garage, but my front door was locked.
Oh, that's you still stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I was still stuck, but
See,
I was still able to get out of that garage so I wouldn't panic all the way.
Right.
But baby, I was about to panic. Do you hear me? But
Next time, I got you should call me. I know how to, you know what I'm saying?
oh, let's just say I got my kids picked up on time.
That part.
I made a phone call
Facts.
to our neighborhood friend.
That's all you gotta say.
Yeah. And I said, neighborhood friend, we got 2 options. He was like, what's that? You get me in my house or you take me to get my kids from school. I can't take you to get your kids from school, but I can definitely get you in your house.
I'll be over in 10 minutes. I got you.
And that's all I'm gonna say on that. But baby, I was able to pick the kids up from school on time, baby.
That part. Facts.
So let's get into our next clip, y'all. We do have a commercial break that's actually supposed to come on right now, but I see y'all is in the building, baby, and I don't want to lose y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this next clip, baby. But after these next 2 clips, we still got to get into our commercial break. But Jason, this story finna blow your mind because it blew my mind. It's gonna blow all y'all mind that's out there. Sometimes mamas ain't shit, and I got to say it. Sometimes mamas ain't shit. And this is one of those mamas. Here we go.
On her own daughter.
News 8's Tina Detel brings us the details of the court papers, which some may find disturbing.
A stunned New London neighborhood is still trying to make sense of a crime that led to a startling number of arrests. According to court papers, it happened here last month in the parking lot of O'Reilly's Auto Parts store.
I just don't understand how a mother could do something like that.
10 juveniles and 2 adults facing charges in the brutal attack of a 13-year-old girl. One of the adults, the victim's mother, 32-year-old Adina Muriel. The girl's aunt, 29-year-old Kiosha Muriel, is also facing charges. Adina Muriel allegedly orchestrated the attack because she wanted to humiliate the female juvenile victim for being disrespectful. Police say she offered $50 to anyone who would beat the juvenile victim's blank. According to court papers, it started with Kiosha Muriel pulling her niece out of the car. When she resisted, police say she pulled the victim's hair out. Police say other videos show the victim's boyfriend as he places his knee on the neck, making it difficult for her to breathe, while other juveniles attempt to rip the juvenile victim's eyelashes off.
That's nasty. I don't know. They need to punish the people. They need to pay for it.
Police say Kiosha can be seen on camera laughing at the treatment of her niece. She and the girl's mother and the juveniles face a variety of charges.
They deserve that. They deserve that because poor girl.
One of the investigators says the girl, who is now in the custody of DCF, stated to me that this is her life every day, and it is what it is.
Terrible. Terrible. To your own child.
We did go into the auto parts store, and we are told that there is no surveillance cameras outside and that they couldn't talk to us. But one employee surmised that this may have happened on the side of the store instead of in the front, because at the time it was open for business. In New London, Tina Detel.
The audacity that you don't know how to parent your child. So you and your sister come together to orchestrate a jumping of your daughter. That's wild. The worst part for me is the part where we lose our youth, and now she's desensitized because she said this happens every day. It is what it is. So I won't be surprised, and I pray that God comes and cover her. It brings so much sadness to my heart, because I pray that God covers her and anoint her and know how powerful she is when she overcomes all of this. Because what can happen is that within the next month or two, not only is she being beat up by her mom and her auntie and just a bunch of random kids, now she's in DPS or whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? She's in the system to where she can probably get even more abused. And what's going to happen is she end up taking her life because she's fed up.
Hopefully that don't happen. But if it do happen, I hope she tag her mama and her auntie ass before she do it. I hope she beat the brakes off of them. Even if it's 5 years from now, when she get a little bit bigger and she could tackle their ass down, I hope she get them, and I hope she get them good. I don't feel bad for what I'm saying right now. I do not feel bad. How dare you? That was like a lynching. They literally pulled her hair out. Now, why she 13 have no eyelashes? I don't know. But they
It don't matter. It don't matter. None of that matters.
It matters that they took off her eyelashes. That hurts, Jason.
I know. What I'm saying is at 13, nothing. There's no reason. Like my kid's almost 13. She's 11. She'll be 11 this month, and there's just no reason why I will put excessive force on someone so young to try to teach them a lesson. You're not parenting well if you even have to go to these extremities to have that child maintain attention or respect for you. You obviously aren't doing a well enough job as a parent if they don't respect you enough off jump. You feel me? That's the issue. That's what we have to really start talking about. And I get what you're saying, Peachy. I hope so too. But we have to really realize like how much of a deficit of parenting there is out here in this world.
Like, was your boyfriend? Because I mean, I'm sorry, Jason. I'm seeing everything that you're saying. I promise you I am. I'm agreeing with you. But there's other things that goes on in my mind too in this story. Okay? This boyfriend. Was this boyfriend want this $50 too? That he decided to put his knee on her neck and she's sitting up there telling them I can't breathe? But you're willing to help her mom? Like, nobody got enough sense to say, why are we doing this to this little girl in front of her mama and her auntie? Like,
That's
where is
laughing
this
at it.
right at?
It's not. It's demonic. It's very demonic.
All of them little devil's helpers. Every last one of them. Let's get into clip number 2.
Attack on a 13-year-old girl is now under investigation.
And investigators are saying the girl's own mother helped plan it and that the girl's aunt also took part in the attack along with a group of kids. It was recorded and circulated on social media.
Yeah, the allegations here are really something. Channel 3's Aya Galal is live right now at the New London Police Department with more on what she's learning tonight on this case. Aya?
Hi, Mark and Aaron. Well, police say that the girl's mother wanted to humiliate her daughter for being, quote, disrespectful. Now, the girl's mother and aunt are under arrest facing a number of charges. And we do want to warn you, details in this case are disturbing. The attack happened in the parking lot of this O'Reilly Auto Parts store in New London on April 29th. This is where a 13-year-old girl was choked, pinned to the ground, and waterboarded over the course of several minutes. The attack was recorded and circulated on social media. Now the girl's mother, 32-year-old Adina Muriel, and aunt, 29-year-old Kiosha Muriel, are under arrest and facing a number of charges in connection to the attack. According to the warrant, the 13-year-old's mother paid $50 to 10 juveniles to help beat up the teen. The warrant states Kiosha held the victim by her arm and sweatshirt, while multiple juvenile suspects recorded the incident and pulled the victim's hair out of her head. Kiosha then began to hit the juvenile victim with a phone charger cable. The warrant also states one of the juveniles sat on the victim's chest, restricting her movement and breathing. The victim can be heard saying she can't breathe. Kiosha and Adina are standing in the background watching this entire incident unfold. When police spoke to the victim about the incident, the girl told police her mom said she needed to be humiliated. The juvenile victim also stated this is her life every day and, quote, it is what it is. The victim suffered bruises, scratches, back pain, and a head injury. Her mother and aunt face a number of charges in connection to the attack, including cruelty to persons, risk of injury, and reckless endangerment. We tried to reach the victim's mother for a comment, but there was no answer at the door. And the victim was taken to the hospital and is in the care of DCF. Now, as for the juveniles who took part in the attack, they are also facing charges. Live in New London, Aya Galal and Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Girl, if you don't go somewhere for they snatch you in the house, if they ain't gonna do this to their daughter, they will do it to you.
Man.
I wouldn't even went and knocked on their door and asked them any questions.
You know.
Goodness gracious. You know, and another thing, why Kiosha wasn't smart enough, well, probably because of her name, but why Kiosha wasn't smart enough to say, sister, nah, you do this on your own. I'm not gonna take no part in this.
Cause they look, we all in it together. We all gotta, that's that mindset of it takes a village. Is what I'm seeing, right? Like, so good thought process, but terrible execution. Terrible. Again, the people that adolescents have to or want to and should rely on and feel protected from is the ones that gave you birth, right? Your mother is meant to protect you. Is the shield over you as you grow up, and the fact that she broke that and now mistreats her on a daily basis, man, no wonder some of these women out here, or people, or children, or individuals out here are so disattached from emotions and feelings because of stuff like this. It burns and saddens my core to hear a 13-year-old say, "This is every day. It is what it is." Do you understand how that's giving up? Like, we're done. There's no
way out.
That child isn't thinking that, oh, I'm gonna have a prosperous life and I can be district attorney or I can go do whatever I want and create my own bit. That child is just, I need to survive until tomorrow.
Exactly.
Without getting my head bashed in by 10 people and my mother.
Okay, there go my thoughts again. They coming through. $50. $50. You got 10 kids. And you done told them you gonna get them $50 if they jump on your daughter. $50. And the 10 kids said, okay. Kids, y'all did this for $5 each. Really? $5 each? Come on. And another thing I want to say. This is the first time I've played something like this before. I've never, ever have heard of something like this happening before. In my entire 45 years, I ain't never heard nothing like this. But what I have heard is there's parents jumping on kids because you messing with my child. And then they go to jail. Where this whole new era coming from, I don't know. You're not going to jump on your kids. You're not going to whoop your kids. You're not going to do nothing to your kids, but you're going to pay somebody else's kid to jump on your kid, and you're going to sit there and watch? 10 kids jumping on my child. I did not dare sit there and watch that. I would have to go to jail. I will go to jail if I see 10 kids jumping on my babies.
Always remember, man, respect is earned, not given. So the fact that you feel like that young lady is disrespecting you is because you haven't earned her respect for it to be given. I don't care how old a child is, you still have to respect them. They're individual, they're a person. You just have to find out how to make it to where they see you as respectable. And you don't have to put your hands on them for that.
Okay, but let's also keep in mind this is just the new era in life. Because back in the day, growing up, it don't matter if your mama respected you or your daddy respected you or not. You better not disrespect them. That's just how it was. You have to listen to what they say and do as they say. Regardless if it was wrong or right. If they weren't beating the dog mess out of you, sorry, Karen. If they weren't beating the dog mess out of you, you have to sit there and you have to take it. You know what I'm saying? Kids was running away back in the day. They was running away, but it was very few. And you better believe they was coming right on back home. They were coming right back home and probably gonna get beat down again when they come back home for running away. And this time they gonna take it and go to bed, go to sleep, wake up, and try again tomorrow. This era, us as parents, we ain't like them no more.
Nah.
We is not like the parents that raised us. I can tell a lot of people, I don't raise my kids the way my mama raised me. Not saying that my mama raised me like just so horrible. Look at me now. See, we did a damn good job.
I mean,
you know, but there are
did she though? Because I like to think that too.
That was Jason. That was not me. Jason.
I'll be like, if they said my mama did a good job, and I'd be like, but did she though? Like, am I?
I would truthfully say that I think my mom did a great job. My mom did not have a mother. Her mother died when she was 7 months old, and she never knew who her father was. You know, she was adopted, and thank God for the people that adopted her. But she still did not know what it was to have a mother and a father like my kids have, like I had. You know what I'm saying? So no, I do not raise my kids like my mama raised me. But there are some areas that I, do that my mama did rather. But as a whole, no. I feel like we're in a whole nother era now. These kids is whole nother kids now. They're extra smart.
Extra facts. I'm telling you, they are.
They are. They're extra smart. Don't none of them want to go and get a 9-to-5 job. They all want to be entrepreneurs. They all trying. except for the bad ones. But you know what I'm saying, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Johnny, what up, cuzzo? He said, money is wonderful, slave. Money is a wonderful slave, but a terrible master. All right, Jason. Never mind. Let's get into this commercial break. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Y'all is in here tonight, baby. And we got 2 more clips and we will be out of here. But we got a motivation tonight. Y'all know y'all love the motivations. And this is going to be a different type of motivation, Jason. We can't keep stealing folks' clips.
No, I mean, yeah, you're right.
We just can't, especially when we're capable of doing it ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I have reached out to a young lady, her by the name of Montoya, and Montoya will be presenting us with motivations for every night. Like I told you all before when I was stealing the clips. That I play them last on the show so that y'all can go to bed thinking about it and wake up thinking about it. And if you wake up thinking about it, then I pray you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay? So let's get into our commercial break, get into our 2 clips, and then our motivation for tonight, baby. Here we go. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Thank y'all so much for joining me and Jason tonight. Thank you. And if we got a special guest, thank you, special guest. I thank you for coming, sharing your story. But y'all make sure y'all watch us each and every Wednesday, okay? Each and every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Where you said? You said where? Roku TV, Facebook, YouTube, and also Twitch, baby. Twitch. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, PGT Time spelled with a Y. And make sure you also follow me on all the other platforms just as well. Thank you so much for joining us each and every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Back to the show we go, baby. We going back. Bye.
News out of South Jersey, a tragic scene unfolding in Gloucester County where we're told 2 people are dead. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Jason Martinez.
And I'm Sheba Russell. It has been a tough, emotional night for family and friends as they arrived at an apartment complex in Clayton. Steve Keeley is live for us in Clayton, New Jersey tonight. And Steve, you spoke with the family. What are you learning?
I talked to this victim's 20-year-old son. He's one of 5 children, and I just spoke to her mother. And this victim was an only child, and her mother, just a beautiful woman in herself. And she said and confirmed what the son had told me, that her daughter had been fighting lymphoma, had beaten cancer after a 10-year struggle, just was diagnosed with lupus, was here at her boyfriend's house. And his family is also here in Clayton, which is right down North Broad Street, where you see still a heavy police presence and a lot of family and friends from both of these people. And so the son, Damian Green, who's 20 years old, was on the phone with his girlfriend. So the niece of the victim, another adult woman, and 2 children were with this victim when she came to retrieve a lot of her belongings, when the witnesses told us that he shot her twice, then shot at them as they got into her car, and then they saw him shoot himself. Here is some of what Damian told me.
My mom's not here no more, and that's the only person I ever had. And I want everybody to feel my pain and understand that this is real. This is real life. It's not a game.
And so he is heartsick because mom said to him, even though she just beat cancer, and then found out she had lupus, she thought she was going to die. And he's like, don't say that, Mom. And then he gets this news over the telephone as this is just breaking. And they're calling him saying, get over here. Your mother's just been shot. And I told him to go find some police. He found me first, asking me what I knew. And then as I just went down the street just before airtime, the victim's mother came up and hugged me, and she said, it's so bad to meet you at the scene of my daughter's murder, my only child, who was just a beautiful young woman, even though This victim just in the 40s. And then I talked to a well-known law enforcement source down here with the Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office who confirmed that this was a murder-suicide. And they always say no danger to the public, but there's a gun on scene and there's 2 victims on scene and a lot of people who knew both of them still on the scene. So this will be a heavy police presence for quite a while into the early morning hours tonight as they all continue this investigation. But just sad from both families' aspects. The people that knew the man didn't want to believe it, couldn't believe it had happened when they were hearing the news as they raced down here too. So Jason, Sheba, just awful news here in the heart of Gloucester County. We've got Glassboro Police helping out, Monroe Township Police, and of course the Clayton Police and Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office all teaming up to keep this scene peaceful and get this investigation going.
Such a large police presence there and so many family members grieving tonight.
That right there reminds me of Snapped. That's what I take from that. To have so many family members, from both sides there, not believing that this could have happened. Some people be like, well, they used to fight all the time and they this, they that. These people, to me, just by listening to this news clip, they all was in disbelief. Like, they just could not believe that he did this. They can't believe that this happened to their daughter. Like, it was unbelievable. Now, I will say they need to watch that son. They need to keep an eye on him. When he said, I want everybody to feel my pain, he had me a little nervous.
Yeah.
He did. He had me a little nervous. So if the family is watching, please keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him because we don't want him to go and do nothing crazy and nothing stupid. When you have a mother, I'm sure she was there for him. And this happens, you ready to take everybody out, baby. Like, what was that movie with Baby Boy? Where Baby Boy was like, I'm killing everything walking, everything moving. He didn't care at that point. I don't know if you remember that movie. Paper Soldiers, was it? Not Paper. I can't remember. But the Jay-Z movie. But anyways,
Paid in Full.
No, not Paid in Full. It was with Baby Boy. What was that movie? With Baby Boy. One of Jay-Z movies. State Property. Yep, that's what it was. State Property. Yes. So when you just out of your mind because you don't understand what happened, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. So I really hope and pray that they love on this boy, love on him, love on him, love on him. His girlfriend, love on him because he's going to need somebody to be there for him. And it looks like he got a lot of family because they all was out there. So my heart goes out to the families. Rest in peace to this young lady. As far as the boyfriend, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. We don't know what occurred that night. I did look for an update right before the show. No updates. This was literally the last clip that the news had posted when I went on there to look for an update. So again, I'm definitely going to follow this story to see if we could come up with some more details on what happened, how this occurred. The good thing about it is the other family members was there. So they know something, so it's not like they won't find any closure. They will find closure because the family members that was there was 3 or 4 of them. So they know what was going on. They was running. He was shooting at them too, So my prayers goes out to all of them. Jason?
Absolutely. Same. Likewise.
All right. Well, we down to our last clip, y'all. Y'all still in here. Y'all still in here hanging with us, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Thank y'all for the love, the support. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube page, Peachy Tea Time. Also, go follow Jason on TikTok just as well. What else? Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all that stuff. I'm out there in these streets, baby. I'm outside. Now, our last clip for the night, and then we will go into our motivation. Teen girl arrested, Jason. Teen girl arrested for murder of a 20-year-old girl. Let's get it.
Tonight at 9, LAPD has made an arrest in a deadly shooting from March. KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers back at the desk. And Mike, the person police arrested, just a teenager?
Yeah, that's right, Juan. A 14-year-old girl is allegedly responsible for the murder of a 20-year-old girl. This happened in the area of 70th Street in March 21st. Now, 20-year-old Kendra McIntyre was found shot to death. She was taken to the hospital where ultimately she died as a result of those injuries. Tonight, I had a chance to talk with the LAPD's South Bureau homicide captain, who tells me that his officers and detectives worked hard to come to a conclusion in this case. They were able to take that 14-year-old girl into custody, and according to the captain, they did find the gun that was allegedly used in this homicide. Now, the big question is why? Why did all of this happen? I did ask the captain tonight if the two knew each other, if that young girl, the teenage girl, and the 20-year-old had any kind of relation or connection or anything at all. He says at this point, it does not appear that the two knew each other, but they are still trying to run down leads, Juan. They say they are not looking for anybody else in this homicide.
News ain't always right. News ain't always right. There's no way that they gonna convince me that this 14-year-old girl did not know this 20-year-old woman. Unless she was trying to hit somebody else and accidentally hit this 20-year-old. But besides that, baby, you cannot convince me that she didn't know who she was shooting at. Now, what could have occurred? The only thing I could think of, Jason, is the 20-year-old told her, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to get you. Oh, I'm going to get you. For whatever reason, I'm going to get you. And this 14-year-old got scared, stole somebody's pistol, and did what she had to do, which was not the right thing to do.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not the right thing to do. You know, I need to know, was this self-defense as well? Was this 20-year-old trying to hurt her? You know? Or was she just a menace?
I was gonna say, man, you gotta also we gotta keep in mind too, this is LA. There's a good chance that, this might be gang situations, affiliations, and her trying to be a part of it. You know what I mean? We don't know. There's a lot of empty space here for us to assume whatever we shall assume until we find out otherwise. But fear is always the biggest one. You're right. That little girl could have been getting beat up on, and she's like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done. That's it. It could have been like you was talking about, where there is, what was it, Los Angeles?
Yes, and I think that was in LA. It said LA.
Yeah, in LA. It could have been, like you said, gang affiliated. They had to jump her in or something. It could be anything. Anything. But at the end of the day, it wasn't the right thing to do unless it was self-defense. That's the only way that I can see it happening, under self-defense.
I believe it.
Yeah. Carmen said that's odd that they didn't know each other. Exactly. It's hard for me to believe that age range is too big. It's too big of a range for me to believe that this 14-year-old did not know this girl. Like I said, unless she was trying to get somebody else and accidentally hit the 20-year-old. And maybe she didn't know her like that. So, but my prayers go out to the 20-year-old family, and rest in peace to this young lady. And I do hope and pray that this 14-year-old get help while she's incarcerated, because it don't look like she's going to be coming home no time soon.
No time.
Unless they figure out exactly what happened. Okay? So, young girl, don't be in there trying to be big and bad and say the wrong thing. Please don't.
For real,
You'll be gone. You're going to be gone.
There's some wolves in there.
Yes. Well, Jason, we have made it to the end of the show, baby.
Yeah.
We got our motivation for tonight. So shout out to Montoya. She will be doing our motivational clips for us. And who knows, I might get in on a couple of them. Jason may get in on a couple of them. Pooley may get in on a couple of them. Who knows? But as of right now, Montoya got a whole bunch of them for us, baby. Got a whole bunch of them. So this is a quick one that she sent us. I have not listened to it yet, Jason, because I was so busy with my son lying and shit. But wait a minute. Johnny Ride, my cousin said all that young people know how to do to solve their issues is to go get a gun. Shaking my head. Facts. That's all I can say. Facts.
Yeah.
So, Montoya, it's your time to shine, boo. Here she go.
In the process. I know trust in the process can be a lot on someone. I thought about baking a cake. What could be a good simile to use to allow people to understand the process? Baking a cake. When you see instructions on the cake, you trust that process because you've seen it done before and you've seen the cake come out perfected. So it's just like in the Word of God. God wants you to trust the process. So when God gives you keys on how to live your life and how to get through this process that you're in, you have to learn to follow those instructions. Okay? So I can't bake a cake and leave out the oil. I can't bake a cake and leave out the eggs because my cake will not come out the way it's intended to come out. So on your everyday life, make sure that you follow the pattern of the Word of God and that you're following the process that God is giving you in your life. So more of the Word and less of the world. Stay tuned for more. God bless.
I love it. I love it. I love that. I love that.
She did that. She did that. We are going to have great shows, okay? Coming up. We are going to have great shows. And to be able to add Montoya to these shows just as well is just a wonderful, beautiful thing. One day I do plan on adding as many people as I can to BGT Time team. It's not just for me, it's for all of us. It's for all of us. And like she said, we have to trust the process. We got to trust the process. Y'all, I've been doing this show for 3 years. 3 years. April 30th, May, 3 years. And sometimes I just want to sit down and cry. I'm going to be honest, Jason. Sometimes I want to sit down and cry because I know I got a good show. I know me and Jason and Pooley is putting in our best. I work hard trying to find these clips. Jason don't find clips for me. Pooley don't find clips for me. I find these clips and I present them. And it's an all-day process, y'all.
Yeah, tedious.
Jason, you know I ain't lying.
That
It's
part.
an all-day process. Every day I'm on this phone looking for clips. Every single day. It's not a day that goes by that I'm not looking for clips to show you all. I have so many clips that I can't even show all of them to y'all. I'm just sending them to the Peachy Vault, you know. But I work hard. And sometimes I see people, they come on and they do a little dance. They show they behind. They behind. You know, show a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And boom, they go viral. They go viral. And here I feel like I am doing something productive. I'm doing something that's bringing the awareness, that's helping families. And sometimes I got almost 6,000 people on my Facebook page. And I can't get them 6,000 people to go over to my YouTube page and just hit subscribe. That's all I ask. That's free. It's free. But guess what? It don't stop me, baby. It don't stop me at all. Because it's a process that I got to go through and that I trust. And I trust God's process. So I keep going, and keep going. Baby, I walked away from my job to do this. Put my kids on the back burner, you might as well say. I'm just going to be honest. You know, I could have been at my job making my money every 2 weeks to make sure my kids have it all. But instead, I said, I got to sacrifice some things. God has to teach me something.
Amen. Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to happen like this. But I had to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice going to see Usher just as well. But I had to sacrifice a lot, y'all. A lot. To keep Peachy Tea Time going. And one day, I know it and I believe it so heartedly. One day, I am going to sit here on this platform. I'm going to tell Jason, sit in the chat for a second. Not even for a second, for the whole show. And I'm going to give y'all a full live testimony on everything I had to go through and deal with to make sure that I'm providing you all these clips. I'm helping these families keep their loved one name alive. Me and Jason is helping to start the healing process for a lot of families.
Yes, we are.
I'm helping business owners, independent artists. Jason is helping independent artists to get exposure. And we don't even ask too much in return, but to follow us. That's it. And some of y'all can't even do that. You want to come in, watch some of the clips, leave back out. Oh, okay, I get it. So what did Miss Peachy do? Well, since I know y'all can't sit there and watch the entire show, I start cutting up some of the clips to make sure that y'all see the ones that y'all may have missed. You know? So when I ask y'all to just go and subscribe, I don't care if you are watching on Facebook. If I ask you to go subscribe to my YouTube page, baby, it shouldn't be no questions asked. I don't charge for these families to come on or anything. Why? Because I feel like God is going to punish me. If I charge somebody to come on and talk about that they loved one died, was murdered, killed by the police, how dare I charge? And please believe me. Please believe me. I've had a lot of people that say, girl, you need to start charging the family. To hell with you. I'm being blessed. God is still seeing my show go on and further and further and further. I ain't stopping until God says it's time to end. And then my process is over. But until then, Peachy Tea Time ain't going nowhere at all. I'm trusting God's process. Montoya, thank you so much for that inspiration and that motivation because we needed that. We needed that. I did not plan to say all that tonight. I did not. And I hope I didn't say anything wrong. I pray I didn't say nothing wrong to make somebody say, well, you know what? I don't want to watch her no more. And if that's the case, bye. I don't care if I got one person watching. Okay, I do. But I don't care if I got one person watching. At least I know I'm helping that one person.
There it is. There it is.
You know what I'm saying? I get people all the time, baby, that reaches out to me all the time just to say thank you. I had people call me crying, boo-hoo crying. Thank you for what you're doing. I don't know all these people that come on my show. Lord knows I don't. But once they come on, I get to know them because they hurting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we got that out the way. That was our last clip for the night. I gotta give Mama Peach her free advertisement, Jason.
There you go.
Mama Peach saved the date for Mama Peach 70th birthday celebration on September 1st, 2024. Baby, the only person that get free advertisement over here on Peachy
Only one. Only one.
The only
That's
one,
it.
baby. So make sure y'all reach out to me or to my mom, but I prefer if you reach out to me if you're interested in coming here down to the ATL, even if you've never met my mama before and you just know her from the show. And you know I love my mama. So if I love my mama, y'all gotta love my mama. So if y'all want to come make a vacation out of it, hey, come on, September 1st is Labor Day weekend. Don't nobody got to go to work on Monday unless you work in the hospital. You still got to go to work.
Still got to go to work.
Still got to go to work. Also, don't forget the first annual Stop the Violence campaign at Stonecrest Mall, August 10th, 2024. My very, very, very first event that has to do with violence. Because we did a lot of parties that we called events. But this is a true event that I'm putting my all in all into. And I would love for you all to come. What to expect? Live DJ, performers, guest speakers, guest panels, police Q&As, baby. And PGT Time Live, I probably do like a 10-minute show. Reenactments, monologues, mothers of murdered children's plea, domestic violence, women's plea, and those are the survivors. Also, of course, we got to get a little food up in there. So we're going to have some refreshments and beverages. And also vendors. I'm looking for vendors, not food vendors, not clothes vendors, not purse vendors. We in the mall, y'all. We in the mall. So they're not going to allow me to have that. Jason, I done have folks.
Well, have you asked them all? Have you asked them all?
I did ask. I did.
Okay.
I
Just making
asked.
sure.
And they said no. This is the mall.
Just making sure. Hey, just making sure.
Yes, I did. But shout out to Kristen. I love me some Kristen. Kristen is out here doing her thing. She's an entrepreneur just as well. But Kristen wrote me today. She said, can I be a vendor and come up there and sell my lashes? And I had to tell her, no, sorry. But you can still come.
Yeah.
You can still come.
Still show up. Still show up.
Still show up. But again, you guys, make sure you come out and support. Also, get y'all popcorn. Get y'all popcorn for the fundraiser. This fundraiser will be going for 30 days. After the 30 days is up, that's when I would turn in the order, and you guys will receive your popcorn within 2 weeks after the order is turned in. The bags of popcorn is $20. If you don't have $20, but you still want to donate, you can Zelle to info@pgttime.com, and you can Cash App. Let me take this banner down so they can. There you go. You can Cash App $ PGT Time. I don't care if it's $1, $5, $10, $100, $500, $1,000, $3,000. It don't even matter. Whatever your heart desire to give, please give. You can scan that barcode right now. I'm gonna leave it up for a couple more minutes, but you can scan that barcode right now and order your popcorn. Okay. They have so many different flavors to choose from, and I know for a fact it's very good popcorn. And like Jason said, he's a fan of popcorn, so he's gonna make sure he get him a gallon bag of popcorn just as well. So thank you guys so much. Please make sure you support us. That's it. That's all I got to say. You got anything else to say, Jason?
I surely don't, man. Just keep following us, man. Make sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe on YouTube and keep rocking with us. We'll be back next week.
And make sure you follow Jason on TikTok. It's a must. And I will see you guys on Friday with me and my husband, and we will be live in studio. Okay. So see y'all Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have a ball. We might have a guest. I don't know, another couple. Y'all know when we get them other couples in there, we don't do nothing but cut up. So don't be surprised if another couple be sliding on through, okay? But I love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye.